Good day, everyone. My name is Adeni. Today I'll be discussing secure network architecture. Here's a financial corporate network topology that includes five departments. You can see here on the left, we have a human resource department, manufacturing department, accounting department, sales department, and research and development department. Each department will have 25 clients. In addition, we have 5 switches, 2 firewalls, an external and internal router, 2 intrusion detection and prevention system, a proxy email, DHCP, DNS, and web server. We included a DMZ demilitarized zone and finally an air gap system for our R&D department. Let's discuss how all of these network devices interact with each other to exchange information and resources and the step taken to provide security and protection of the underlying network infrastructure from unauthorized access. First, I want to discuss our DMZ, demilitarized zone. DMZs are a fundamental part of networking resources which increases the number of obstacles intruder must bypass before gaining actual access to our organization's private network. Here we implemented the more secure approach by using a dual firewall configuration, and as you can see, the first firewall on the right located above the DMZ cloud is placed on our perimeter and our second is placed internally with our service in between, thus creating our DMZ network, and again our internal LAN continues to remain untouchable. The services included the proxy email, DNS web, and DHCP servers. Secondly, let's explain the security safeguard that are placed in our DMZ zone, which includes our Cisco Secure Firewall and Cisco IPS and IDS system. On top is our firewall. On the bottom, second firewall, IPS and IDS system, and we actually configured to prevent unauthorized access to our network by inspecting incoming and outgoing traffic. In this case, we base it on a set of security rules, that is a set of packet, source, and destination IP addresses which identify and block any potential threats. Public network will include the internet incoming traffic, would then hit the external router and then our firewall. Outgoing traffic will come from our departments and users. In addition, our intrusion detection and intrusion prevention system are designed to constantly monitor our network for any malicious activity attempting to explore a known vulnerability. If suspicious activities is identified in our system, it will then detect and either allow or prevent, and is then logged and reported back to networking security manager to make any informed corrections or changes in real time. In addition, you can see that we placed our proxy server before the internal network, and this is the disguise, our IP addresses for our users in each department. We added extra level of data encryption and to block access to certain web pages based on IP addresses. For instance, the company has restricted some social media sites from all user departments, and then we have our air gap system on the far left, which uses total complete isolation as a security measure, meaning this system do not have no external connection and is only updated as a backup by using a removable media USB drive in case of system failure or disaster. So all information is downloaded to the USB drive. It is then updated into the system. Other than that, they have no external connection, as you can see. Finally, we created some VLANs on our network switches. This was to segregate sensitive information based on departments, project teams, Wi-Fi, traffic, and roles, thus controlling access to information restricted unauthorized users. Next, I will be discussing our report from our Greenbone Vulnerability Manager on our Kali Linux machine, which was used to scan the virtual network testing environment. Here are my reports that were scanned in my virtual networking infrastructure, which included a pfSense firewall, Kali Linux virtual machine, Windows 11 virtual machine, Windows 10 virtual machine, Windows Server 2019 virtual machine, and Ubuntu virtual machine. Under the reports column, you can view each report for each device, and you can also see the severity on the far right of any potential vulnerability on the device. For instance, let's take the Windows 11 report and view the findings and vulnerability. Here you can view the summary information, results, host ports, application, operating system, CVEs, closed CVEs, TLS certificates, error messages, and user tags. However, the most important for us right now will be the results. So let's see the finding of vulnerability on the Windows 11 VM. Here from the results, you can see that the DCR RPC and MSRPC service enumeration reporting vulnerabilities have been detected. However, what is really great about the Greenbone Vulnerability Manager is that it comes with mitigating solutions here at the bottom right. In this case, you can see the mitigating solution is to filter incoming traffic to this port, which I will then create a rule on my pfSense firewall to filter port 49664/TCP and would then do the same for each report to mitigate any finding solutions finally. Finally, we will evaluate the advancements in network and the security issues that comes with it. Cloud computing and remote access work have brought many benefits to our work environment and has basically dissolved the traditional network perimeter. Although both advancements have brought many benefits such as increased productivity, availability, flexible schedule, mobility, and better collaboration, yet it also comes with unique security issues and challenges. Cybersecurity professionals must continuously adapt to the changes to the threats in our landscape. As remote work access needs constant monitoring at every endpoint and watching over everything remote workers do from their home networks. Remote networks changes system access points and moves network data and traffic outside of the company's technology environment. It constantly needs high level of security monitoring. In addition, cloud computing and human error and misconfiguration present big factor in potential vulnerabilities, and in an actual event of a data breach, customers will have to rely on third party to provide security as resources run on infrastructure that is located outside of a corporate network. Cybersecurity professionals must stay ahead of today's dynamic security landscape. Staying ahead of the curve requires constant adaptation and learning by understanding the latest threats, building a robust security strategy, leveraging cutting-edge technologies, and investing in continuous education. This is the end of my presentation. And again, my name is Adeni Adejumo. I hope you enjoyed this presentation or found it informative. Thank you.